Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Vicki Haspels and I'm the Conscious Mystic. And welcome to the weekly forecast for week commencing April 7th, 2025. Each week I like to bring the wisdom of the tarot from my deck, the Mythic Tarot, to bring guidance and messages from the Spirit for the week ahead. And I'm going to choose some cards and we're going to look at the energy of the week to see what's coming up for us so that we can at least maybe make a plan or maybe not be surprised when things are the way that they are and give us a little bit of peace of mind. So I'm going to choose 6 cards as we go. I'm going to choose them as we go and we're going to have a look at what's happening. So the first card I like to have a look at is as an influence card. So this is not part of the 6, by the way. We're just looking at what's influencing us this week. This card has come up a lot for me. The Page of Swords. In my readings this week, Page of Swords has come up a lot. It means that there is uncertainty around. So in other words, there's not a lot of grounding to make plans, but there's lots of ideas around to make plans. So lots of ideas, lots of thoughts, lots of creativeness going on. The Page of Swords, the influence is about writing it down, recording it, or even talking about it. So more often, I've often read and I've often practiced that if there are new plans around, that not to talk about them too much. So just keep that in mind when there's new things happening. But if you want to sort of brainstorm something or want to see whether that's actually something viable and you trust somebody, of course talk about those plans with them. And that's what the page is all about. It's just expressing things. And as I said, not much traction when it comes to the page, but definitely lots of journaling, lots of writing, lots of jotting things down. So don't expect too much grounding with this week, but certainly it's like getting excitement building and energy building up around it. So the first card we're going to have a look at is our conscious selves, where we are, what we think, and what we know. So the Sun heralds in positivity, strength. We know what we feel, and we feel very positive about this week. So there would definitely be a need or a want to get something going, get something solid, get something established. With that page around, it might feel a little bit sort of wishy-washy, but the Sun is going to keep us grounded and in the moment, even if we can't actualize it right now. The subconscious, the guidance, the universe, what our guides and our soul is guiding us to do. And it's about following our intuition, the High Priestess. The High Priestess represents the inner world, that sense of knowing that we're on the right track. So with the Sun in play, that we're feeling very good about things, that we feel very positive about things, and with the Page of Swords in play, or what do I do with this? It's asking us to follow our intuition, but not only that, our intuition is going to tell us when we're on the right track. And that means following our gut, our feelings, our body. If our body feels a bit weird or funky about it, then, just take a step back and see whether that's really the place that you want to be. Remember, the Page of Swords, that unsettled sort of mixed up energy is around. It's really about strengthening our intuition this week and knowing when we're on a good thing, our intuition is going to tell us, yeah. So it's guiding us this week, 100%. What's our fear or challenge this week? What is it that we are sort of vulnerable, feeling a bit vulnerable around or a bit weak around? So here we have the Two of Cups. Are we going to look? How do we feel about who's involved with us? The Two of Cups represents a relationship or close relationships. Remember, I mentioned to you earlier on, didn't know that was going to turn up, is that be mindful who you talk to about these things. Be mindful who you interact with about these things. If you're not certain about that person, then don't involve them. It's about those close relationships, whether it's a business partner, an intimate partner, a friend, or a family member. If you want to do something and want to share it with somebody, be mindful about who it is. It's not about showing up who's not okay in our life, because that person might be okay, but it might not be the right person to share things with or to talk about it with. And that's what our intuition is going to show us who is actually on who's going to back us, who's going to support us, and who are the right people to share things with. So let's have a look at our action. What sort of action are we going to take? We got the Temperance card, balance. Lots of big cards this week, lots of major arcana cards. That suggests a flip, but we'll talk about that later. So the Temperance card, action means balance. So again, we have the Two of Cups turns up again. That's about balance and duality. The Temperance card is there, and that's about balance. It's about checks and balances. So we're going to weigh up every situation. We are going to just be mindful before we take the next step, and the next step, and the next step. Is just be mindful about that step. And we're going to be very, we're not going to be suspicious about it, and we're not going to be walking into things with fear. We're going to be very considerate about our next step and our next step. And that's the Page of Swords in play. It's that sort of up in the air uncertainty that's going to make every step very, very considered. Okay, what's our future hold for this week? Oh, another major arcana card, the World. So this is a great week for tidying up and finishing things up. That positive card of the Sun tells us that, go. It's time. That the High Priestess, is our intuition is saying, it's guiding us to make the correct decisions for where we are. The Temperance card is helping us balance that out and making considered decisions, because it's time to wind things up. If you've got projects that are on the go, get them finished this week. It's a perfect week for getting them finished. If you've got creative projects like the communication projects, as I said, writing projects, content like videoing project, anything to do with communication, it's time to get that finished. If you've got a conversation that you have to have, if you want to make an application for something, a new job, if you want to talk in your relationship, this is a perfect week to resolve things and finalize them. In a relationship, there might be some issues or something that you want to plan in your relationship. Finalize those things, get them done. The World is there for us this week. It's helping us wind things up, and it's a perfect closing, because those projects are strong. It's not about closing up things that are not strong. It's about closing up things that are strong. I'm excited. So what does this mean for our higher purpose? Our soul selves. What does that mean for our big picture? Let's have a look. Here we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords represents oppression and feeling under the pump. So it's about not allowing those things that we consider to be above us, or pressuring us, and especially the things that we feel very like that something or someone is pushing us around and has power over us. We are coming out strong. The Sun is there. The Sun is telling us we are strong, and we know this now. So we are overcoming those things that we considered were holding us back, were holding us down, and we're able to now finish them off. All of those thoughts or self-sabotage or things that we considered and things that were real, that were holding us back are now no longer holding us back. So finish that project, get it done, get it out into the world. If you want to have that conversation, do it. We know the right people to talk to now. It's a very positive week for finalising things and realising how much power we actually do have. So go for it. Go get it done, and get that off your checklist of things to do. Anyway, that's for me. That's the weekly forecast for week commencing April 7th, 2025. My name is Dr. Vicki Haspels. I'm the Conscious Mystic. Much love from me. See you next week.